Hi, thank you for visiting our poster. My name is Charles Wen, and this is joint work with my advisor, Ting Li. We're here to present our work, When Do Experienced versus Inexperienced Recruiters Trust Algorithmic Advice, Empirical Evidences from a Human Resources Firm. So we have two research questions. The first research question is how humans use heuristics to make judgments about algorithmic advice. And the second research question is how prior experience with a particular task can affect the heuristics that are employed. The context is a Dutch human resources company where an algorithm was implemented to recommend job candidates to recruiters. Prior to the implementation of the algorithm, recruiters used so-called traditional methods to find suitable candidates for job vacancies. And these can include going through the existing network of contacts, job ads, and sifting through CVs, or search in the database. And with the implementation of the algorithm for each job vacancy, the recruiter gets a ranked list of candidates that she can successively click into. And then she can either accept the candidate, explicitly reject the candidate, or do nothing, which is an implicit rejection. Only data instances in which the recruiter clicks into the candidate profile are logged. I would think of the information that the recruiter gets as cues. So the possible cues here are, for example, that the candidate does or does not have work experience that's similar to the position, desired salary, and whether that matches what is offered by the job vacancy, for availability for shifts, night shifts, weekend shifts, etc. And the model of human heuristics that we have here is a fairly simple one. So the recruiter, the decision maker, allocates selective attention to the possible cues. So here, for instance, queue number 3 is weighted most heavily, followed by queue number 6 and queue number 8. And this is the mathematical formulation where all these queues contribute to a quality score. And depending on the particular thresholds and whether that quality score passes or is below a particular threshold, the advice is either accepted, rejected, or no action is taken. And we're using this particular causal graph to estimate the parameters of our model. And this is the exact mathematical formulation where experience is whether a person has had a number of years of experience or not, and usage is the number of times that the decision maker, has used the algorithm. And the regression results show that there are distinct heuristics for experienced and inexperienced recruiters. Now, when they first start using the algorithm, inexperienced recruiters direct their attention to 3 cues: mismatches in work experience, driving licenses, and languages. Experienced recruiters, on the other hand, focus only on 1 cue, work experience, and ignore the other 2, driving licenses and languages. They're much more likely than inexperienced workers to reject a recommended candidate on the basis of a mismatch in work experience. Now, over instances of usage, both types of recruiters assign incrementally greater relative weight to commuting distance, driving licenses, and languages in their decision-making, though at different speeds. Experienced recruiters in particular catch up on the initially neglected cues, and with each additional use of the algorithm, develop a stronger propensity to reject a recommended candidate on mismatches in driving licenses and languages. So they learn to appreciate a greater number of cues for decision-making. So in this way, experienced and inexperienced recruiters converge in their heuristics. Now, there are some limitations. We cannot make a causal inference that the prior experience working in the recruitment context leads to a particular kind of heuristics. So some experimental variation would be needed. And this is why we're also currently thinking of conducting 2 experiments where the assigned treatment would be some form of pre-training. Thank you for visiting. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to get in touch.